So YouTube just made it twice as hard for small creators to get their channels monetized. And as somebody who's trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll be honest, it was slightly discouraging hearing about the new update. Because YouTube is already hard enough as it is. You spend time making these videos, recording, coming up with ideas, editing, and then you publish the video and you hope that this is the video that's going to give you 1,000 subscribers or, push you closer to that finish line. So it made me ask the question that I think a lot of small creators or people that are just entering into YouTube, that you guys are all probably asking right now is it still realistic, or is there still a real chance to make it on YouTube? So just to dive into the update real quick, beginning February 1st, 2027, YouTube is changing the way the requirements are to get your channel monetized. So you still need the 1,000 subscribers, but instead of 4,000 qualified watch hours, you're gonna need 8,000. And if you're trying to qualify through shorts, instead of 10 million views in 90 days, you're gonna need 20 million. So that's not a small increase. I mean, if you break down the math, there's a video by vidIQ that broke down the math of how many views you need per day, but YouTube is literally doubling the requirements. I watched the video last night on the update, and it really caught my attention because I wanted to bring this video not from the perspective of somebody who has millions of subscribers, but somebody who's actually currently at the beginning of it, trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, trying to monetize my channel, and then trying to build something that continues to grow over time. Because the hardest part of growing my channel was staying consistent and getting consistent views. So if you're similar to me, you have a full-time job, maybe you have a family, maybe you have kids, maybe you do maybe you're in something else like coaching, or maybe you're in real estate, maybe you have a couple side hustles that you're doing. So you already know by having all these responsibilities, it makes it super hard to make the videos outside of work. And then the other thing we all think about is we're making these videos and there's no guarantee that somebody's gonna watch it. Like, I've spent time making videos and they would get 0 views. And then some videos that I put on there, I was like, this probably isn't gonna be a good video. I got a decent amount of views. So that inconsistency alone makes it already question whether YouTube is worth it or not. So why is it worth spending the time doing this if maybe people aren't gonna watch it? So that's why when I first heard of, the doubling to 8,000 hours, my first thought was, if reaching monetization is already difficult, what does this mean for somebody who's just starting, or a small creator like me who's currently sitting at 69 subscribers, and I think I have like 20 watch time hours. So for a moment, it just felt like the goal just got even further away. And then what's even more upsetting was that I probably should have just started doing this a long time ago and put the time and energy into it, instead of running away or feeling scared, the fear of being on camera, things like that. So I definitely, all these thoughts were running through my head, and, but after some time to think about it, and I came up to the conclusion that, I'm just going to keep going. I got nothing to lose, might as well just keep going. So I've always believed that anything you do, you got to do with a purpose, whether it's, real estate, for me, basketball, coaching, work in general. Like, there's always got to be a purpose for it. If you're only doing it for the money, the faster you chase, the more you chase money, the faster it runs, as Pitbull would say. This update is more than enough to make someone quit. And if you're just doing it for the money, it's going to be even easier to quit. So the way I'm taking this is if you're trying to build a long-term platform, develop your communication skills, which seems to be a big message from not just influencers, but there's some super successful billionaires that are saying that as AI develops, communication and human interaction is going to be what people are looking for. They're not going to want to talk to a robot. So if you can use YouTube to build those skills, then you're not going to have a problem reaching some type of monetization when it comes to YouTube. So is it still possible to make it on YouTube? I don't know. I believe it is. The reason why I say is I don't know is because I'm sitting at 69 subscribers as this video is being made, and I'm just trying to make it just like you are. So I'm still trying to figure out how the videos work. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to stay consistent. How am I going to reach 1,000 subscribers? And I know the watch time goal is going to be harder than it was before, but there's still time. Right now it's August. 13th, and we have until February. So I think if you really just take this as a, you know, lighting a fire under you so you can start making these videos and pumping them out, maybe start upping it to a couple videos a week, then I think it's going to help you get closer to that goal. And the other thing I would say is I would rather keep creating and at least give yourself a chance than spend the next few years or months and thinking like, dang, I wonder what could have happened if I would have just kept making videos. Because that's where I'm sitting right now. I started YouTube a while back, years ago. Even had a podcast for a while, and now that this just got released, I'm like, man, if I would have just stayed with it a few years ago, who knows where I would be right now. And maybe I wouldn't be in the position of making this video and giving my reaction to it as someone who's sitting at 69 subscribers. Maybe I would already hit that monetization goal. So now I'm at the point where it's like, I just need to keep making videos and give myself a chance. So let me know in the comments, does this update change the way you feel about starting or growing a YouTube? And if you're also trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, subscribe and follow along. We can figure out this whole YouTube thing together.